Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Shalomar from the Great Millstone Atlanta Camp. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rahah Hakwadash. Double honor to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace, love, and safety to the hopeful elect. And just want to go into being humble in these times. That was spoken from from our elders, the Great Millstone Atlanta Camp this past Saturday after camp. And as we see things heating up everywhere. Locally, we have the still uproars of the president, the things that he's doing, decisions that he's making, things that he's saying. He's showing a lot of hate towards mostly the Israelites. And so you had this what was it? I don't know the guy's name, but you had the guy that supposedly stabbed the Ukraine woman. A lot of people saying that it's fake. The scriptures talk about great confusion in these times, but a lot of people think that it's fake. It looks fake. It looks very fake. I'm not saying if it's fake or real, but it just doesn't look. It looks like a part out of a movie. So, but Esau, he does that. He use distractions to take you away from what the bigger picture or bigger things that's going on. Another thing with this guy, Charlie, being assassinated, a lot of people saying that is fake. Like I said, we don't know what's real and what's fake. All we know is that a lot of things that's going on are causing a lot of people to feel a certain way and become very angry, and they want to get violent. So it's a lot of videos out with Esau. This who is the self-proclaimed white man. Esau is wanting to go after certain people because of this guy that was assassinated. And then it's a lot of people saying, look, man, they just doing this to cause all of this uproar and anger. But yeah, it's working. This devil is really getting very upset and wanting to go to war. Of course, we know that this was what they call white on white crime. We have a lot of black on black crime. We blame our people for that. But with this situation, they're still blaming us, the Israelites, for this guy because he had a lot of hate towards Negroes and Hispanics, so-called Negroes and Hispanics. So, like I said, a lot of these Edomites, they're talking about going to war. And hey, we just got to be humble in these times, be circumspect, watch our back, make sure we know who's around us, and pray. Ask the Lord to keep you safe and to guide you and strengthen you in these times to come, because it's about to get really, really, really bad. And we've been saying this for a long time, but it's actually happening. So I wanted to start out with this Daniel chapter 2 and verse 20 and 21. It says, Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of the Most High forever and ever. For wisdom and his might are his. Slakia, for wisdom and might are his. So yeah, the Lord gives strength. He puts the spirit on certain people to, especially, as a matter of fact, I'm going to get that next in Proverbs 21. It says, verse 21, and he changes the times and the seasons. He removed kings and set up kings. He give wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. So those that were meant to get this word, this truth, those were he's pretty much dealing with the meek. Scriptures say the meek shall inherit the earth. So he's dealing with the meek and the humble in these times, because that's the only way you can receive instruction from the Lord, from the Spirit. Is to be meek, is to be coachable, to listen, to take heed, to read. Yeah, it's a lot of people that's not gonna have that spirit, and you're gonna see that destruction. All right, let's go to Proverbs 21:1. It says, "The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will." So yeah, I mean, the Lord is controlling what's going on all around the earth with these world leaders, these kings, these presidents. You had Russia allegedly fly drones over into Poland, which is NATO territory. So now it's a lot going on in that area. You have also Israel just bombed Qatar. So it's a lot of tension in the Middle East. You had the people in Nepal protesting and rioting. And, because these are heathens, well, some of them may be Israelites, but because our people are scattered throughout all these lands, but some of those, most of those are heathens. And they were saying that these are demonstrators, and they were clearly rioting. But, they like to use certain words. If it was all Jake out there, you know, throwing rocks at the police and, setting fires and all of that, they would call them rioters, monsters, thugs, you know, criminals. And that's what Trump is doing as well. But they call them demonstrators, But then you had going back to that stabbing. It's so much going on. I'm kind of all over the place. Going back to that stabbing with the Ukraine woman, he was saying that these he used all kind of words to describe Jake, and he said we need to come at them with force. And now he's making these all type of moves to rouse up Esau, and Esau's already, he's already the sword. He's already the devil. He's already been, killing, destroying all people, but it's about to really get more and more intense. So we really need the Lord to, pray for humility. Pray that the Lord just keep your spirit humble, because you may come face to face with one of these Edomites that just want to kill you. And they got, the power on them to do it. So the Lord said he was going to protect us during all of these times. Let's go to Psalms 91. And I really wish I can read this whole thing, but I'm going to start at verse 5. It says, "Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor the arrow that flieth by day." And that's talking about nuclear missiles, because it talks about the arrow shot from the ends of the earth in Second Esdras. The missiles are described as arrows. They described as different things. It says, "Nor the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor the destruction that wasteth at noonday." Yeah, it's going to be people getting killed, getting shot, getting stabbed. All kind of things are going to be going on. Verse 7, "1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee." All right, so the Lord, he has those that set for destruction, and he has those that set for salvation. Only because you certain people don't have that spirit on them to be meek and to be humble. Those are the ones that's going to be set for destruction. As a matter of fact, in Isaiah 65, let's go to it real quick. Isaiah 65, and let's see, verse 5. Verse 12. It says, therefore I would number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Because you despise his word and didn't want to listen to the Lord and make fun of the prophets and scoff at the prophets and just, just being, just being a damn demon, pretty much. The Lord is not going to listen to your cry in that time. He says he's going to number you to the slaughter. And that slaughter is coming. Like, these devils are really going to come down. Esau is going to come down on Jake, which is written in Revelations 12 and 12. The devil shall come down upon you with great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. Another thing that's going on that has the world leaders in fear right now is that chariot, which is they call them UFOs, which are the vehicles that the angels travel in. That was a missile shot at a so-called UFO chariot, and the missile just bounced off of it. And they said it was the UFO broke it in half or something, and this was without it blowing up. So the angels have all types of power to do all kind of things. That's when let's go back to Psalms 91. It says, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor the arrow that flieth by day. And you see what the angel did to that arrow. Also, like I said before, missile. Verse 11 says, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. All right. So if you seen what an angel can do to a missile, what makes you think that the angels are not going to fully protect you in those times? Now, if you have, if you bear arms, firearms, and you want to, just keep protection in your house, there's nothing wrong with that. But with that protection, you need to have prayer and faith that the Lord is going to protect you as well. But I don't recommend at all, especially us in the truth, going out trying to go to war with Esau, because that's for 2/3 of our people that's going to get destroyed. Let them go out there and go to war with Esau. It said the devil shall come down with great wrath. And just when they think that they're winning, the Lord is going to exalt certain people, certain men, to have certain powers. And then the angel's going to be protecting the elect at the same time. Let's go to 1 Peter chapter 5, and I'm just going to go from the top and go down. Verse 6, It says, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he cared for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeing whom he may devour. And that is what's about to happen real soon. That's what's going on now. But when you look up at the top, verse 6, it says, humble yourselves. So hey, it's really time to be humble. It's time to just let the Lord take care of it, and with great faith and great prayer. We just have to just cast everything upon Yahweh by Shema Shai. That's all the power we have right now. That's all the power we need. That's really all the power we need. All right. So, hey, keep that humble mind frame. These devils going to try and rouse you up with all these words and all their weapons and all their threats. Hey, don't fall for it. Do not fall for it. It's a trap. They want to kill us. Their whole plan has been to cause destruction amongst Israel. They already caused, well, actually it was through Yahweh by Shema Shai that we forgot who we were. But now we need to come back to our power for that protection and that salvation. Okay, so I'm going to end it there. I pray this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakudash. Double honor to my elders and apostles, a great millstone that taught us his truth. Shalom to the elect.